say thank each of you. Let me thank each of you for having come over here this morning. I know that we had a rough night mostly. Some of us came in quite late last night, so the fact that we're here this morning is a testament of your interest in the development of the CARICOM Energy Program. My name is Devon Gardner. I am the Program Manager for the CARICOM Secretariat. This is the pre-event hosted by the CARICOM Secretariat through the Energy Unit. This is looking at the Caribbean Sustainable Energy Roadmap and Strategy, in particular focusing on issues related to coordination as well as the integration of renewables. We are starting at 9:30. We are intended to finish at 12:30. I believe that we can go through till 12:30 and just simply start and go as required rather than stop at the break that we had originally envisioned. And that way we can, finish on time so people will have time I will, at this juncture, since it's not too many people in the room, I will go around with for introductions, so that at least we are aware of who is here, and we become familiar with each other, those who are not familiar. And so in the next minute and a half or so, starting from my left, we simply go around and simply say your name and your institution and responsibility. Start with Ken on my left.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ken Aldonza. I'm a Sustainable Energy Project Officer with the GIZ RETA project, based at the CARICOM Secretariat Energy Unit in Guyana. We provide technical support to the Energy Unit of CARICOM.
Good morning, I'm Mark Lambertis. I work at the World Bank. I deal with the energy issues in Latin America and Caribbean.
Across all sectors of our project in the back and the
Morning. David Ride from Shinbar Consulting.
Come about my points. The point is that we are really here to put into how we move the regional agenda forward. So it's really you who are on the discussion this morning. So to contextualize what is going to happen, of course there is the two sessions. There's one session that will the issue of general coordination with what we call SERMS platform. The SERMS being the Caribbean Sustainable Energy Roadmap and Strategy, which is intended to really provide wider and regional energy planning. So that is going to be like one and a half. I will give a present and give you some of the vision, probably for about 20 seconds. And after that, it's really just for us to have discussions back and forth and to agree on some framework within which we can proceed. Coming out of this meeting, but really this meeting is intended to provide us guidance and information on how players want to see things done, and then we will take this on board and we will, of course, make decisions along with our member states on how we can take on board what it is that the stakeholders would like to see us do better to make things more advanced than they already are. Recognizing that this is being made and there are some things already been done, but recognizing also that there is need for change and reorientation to get the kind of transformational shift that we require. So it's about Ken. The second part of the discussion is focus on an area that we believe is closely tied to the CERMS. That when we do the CERMS presentation, one of the things you will realize is that we will have indicated a number of regional targets for renewable energy integration into the grid. And without understanding really what is possible, we are not going to be able to provide tangible guidance to the member states and for the region to reach targets. So this discussion about grid integration is something that we believe is very important within the concept of the SERMS, given that one of the early things that have been identified within the SERMS are these renewable energy targets. Recognizing also that there are a number of things that are looking at grid integration of renewable energy. In some member states, some have already started. Barbados has done quite a bit. Jamaica did some things. There is already some work in St. Lucia, and I know CARICOM is looking at some things in the arena. Also, there is the look at natural gas integration from a generation point of view, also with CARICOM and the IBB. So there is a lot of people that is concerned. However, one of the things we want to get coming out of this particular session, the second session more so, is the fact that we want to get to a regional approach whereby there is consistency and cooperation between the utilities and the member states in doing these assessments so that everybody really is data and speaking from the same song sheet. So it won't get a situation where the member state is the utility. And what is possible and realistic is 40% when you utility say no, it's correct. They would have done 2 separate and distinct studies that may have utilized different methodologies. There is a concern, I must say, that there are differences in the methodologies that are utilized for the grid studies. Understanding, of course, that the objectives are sometimes different between the utility and the member states, it nonetheless requires that there is a realistic approach to us having the quality and the quantity of information that is necessary for the governments to understand what it is the utilities are capable of doing and the kind of investments that utilities will have to make to do more, and for also the utilities to understand what governments want and to be able to say to governments, well, this is what is really workable under the paradigm in which we operate, and if you want more, then this is what you will have to be doing, and this is how it will affect the bottom line. So it makes that conversation much more information driven, and it also makes the information and the cooperation more honest. So if everybody is working from the same sheets, there's no ability for the mistrust which sometimes exists between utilities and governments. There are a number of good examples already in the region where the mistrust between utilities and governments have already been bridged. There is in the process of being bridged. And this is actually another conversation in that particular discussion where we are trying to really improve the degree to which utilities and governments and, of course, developers, projects, IPPs, will work, because at the end of the day, we need the utilities, we need the project developers as much as they need the projects, we need them. So we have to have some kind of honest framework that keeps us together. And I believe that this is one starting point within the road to renewable energy integration, that regional approach to the grid assessments. And we will have a couple of experiences shared. I think we have someone who will share the St. Lucia experience. Then there's, of course, we'll ask those who have had experience here, like Jamaica and so on, to talk about some of their issues. Barbados is also expected to join us online, so we will get some country experiences and agree on a framework that we believe is possible to give us the kind of what we picture, of regional picture, by within the short term to understand exactly what is technically feasible and what is economically viable. Where we will be the so that is really what that second discussion is intended to really do. So to start, if we go to the presentation,